Welcome to our Chown Road garage here. I just want to talk a few minutes about the process. So on a garage building like this, we have a bunch of zoning rules and obviously this differs from town to town, but I think the one thing that's consistent with a lot of these buildings is you're allowed one cabin on your property. So you're allowed a cabin as a standalone building, you're allowed a cabin above a garage, and you're allowed a cabin above a boathouse if your zoning allows for that. And so when I say cabin, I mean a building for sleeping in addition to the cottage. And so with this property, we have it above the garage here. And so in this township, we're allowed 650 square feet. Other townships, maybe 500, 550, somewhere around that range. And really, we can't do a whole lot up here, but we can have a bedroom, we can have a bathroom, and we can have a little hangout area. Sometimes we do 2 bedrooms and less hangout area, so there's definitely some options. And then with this building in particular, we obviously put a lot of focus on having a great space for our clients to store stuff, put a car, golf bags, bikes, any kind of outdoor activities. And then the last thing with zoning, we obviously have restrictions on the cabin space, but we also have restrictions on height, and so we want to maintain a certain height of the building. Depending on the township, there might be different rules associated with the dormer. So you can see on the front and back of this building, we have shed dormers. And so again, depending on the town, we would have rules on that. This town in particular, there's nothing too particular about the rules on the shed dormer, but if we did have one, we could make the garage bigger. We could have some double height space in the garage and certainly use that for more storage, but it's really about the height. And then in terms of the actual square footage of the whole building, it very much depends on the overall coverage of your property. So this property, we put a lot of focus on the cottage and the boathouse, and so we were kind of left with a bit of a smaller garage here, but it still serves its purpose and allows our clients to do all the things they want to do with it. So that's a little bit about the process, about the zoning rules. So we spent a lot of time focusing on the zoning with a lot of our projects because zoning is very constraining in terms of the process. But again, our clients wanted to have a space at the cabin that they could utilize to store guests, and then obviously the storage. And so bringing their goals with the zoning rules, that's what our objective is with these projects. So that's a little bit about garages. Stay tuned for more videos.